Gold mining has long been an economic activity in Ikolomani and Shinyalu constituencies of Kakamega County. Yet beneath the glitter of gold lies a darker reality, one of gender-based violence and exploitation. For years, women in these communities have borne the brunt of gender-based violence. Many are denied justice, while others are forced to endure sexual exploitation in exchange for access to gold ore. Rising to Greatness, a community-based organization led by Halima Nyota, has taken bold steps to address these injustices.
This is a very young organization, and the impact this project has had to the organization was one, strengthening the internal systems of the organizations, looking at the technical aspect of financial and supporting the organization to put up frameworks like the financial policy, the procurement policies, safeguarding, and many other legal manuals that are needed for the operation of the organization. In terms of programming, this project has given us the visibility because, one, we are not working alone. We are working with different community structures, but also different actors within the civil society sector. And by the virtue of us working with them, it has given us both the visibility, the collaboration, and strengthen our partnership with different partners in the county and even beyond. We will brag of, in terms of governance system, because when we were being onboarded for this project, our governance system was a little bit weak. But the organization, the partners worked with us on a daily basis to ensure that we have the governance system like the executive committee, which is fully functional, the management team, ensuring that the management team from the executive director to the community champions have the needed capacity, have the needed knowledge, and even the resources to contribute to the success of the project. So the aspect of strengthening the management team has been the biggest success for us as an organization. And maybe just to comment on the aspect of visibility, because our intention was to ensure that this project does not just work within the community, but also those who do not get to know us, like supporting the establishing of our website, something that we did not have previously. And we have seen the result of this continuous engagement within the online platform, giving us linkages to other partners, to other donors, and above all, strengthening our capacity to effectively resource mobilize beyond the project that we have. And this capacity have seen us get more than 3 additional funding to support the growth and the visibility of the organization.
The women collaborates with local women, journalists and community leaders to raise awareness about human rights and gender equality.
We have done several trainings and capacity building to the community. We have trained a network of 30 community champions who help us in organizing community programs and also sometimes inform our planning and our project review. We have also trained 30 women group leaders from different women groups who are located in Ikolomani and in Shinyalu. We use these groups normally as an advocacy hub where we do monthly visits to different groups to check on the progress on matters economic empowerment of women, and also just to sensitize the community on matters GBV when it comes to referral pathways, on how they can report. Women to some extent were not allowed to access. The culture is still there. However, from our interventions we have tried, and we currently now have males who are advocating for women's rights. Women were not also engaged in mining site leadership. Currently, we have some sites that are engaging women in leadership. the community still mistakes an empowered woman who knows her rights and who is aware of herself and standing out for her rights for being rude. Right? So that is a challenge that requires us to still emphasize and sensitize the community, and our strategy is to engage more male champions. So if we could expand our reach so that we can reach a bigger number and even train and add onto our network of champions, it will be a great milestone. There is a demand for legal aid camp for the community to access the legal aid services and counseling services. However, we have tried taking down integrated outreaches down to the minors in the community in partnership with the sub-county MOHs. The issue of kangaroo courts is still there, and our continuous sensitization is seeing to it that these issues of kangaroo courts are reduced and they are able to report to the right, using the right channels. So there are also other emerging issues outside, of course, our budgetary allocations as far as the project is concerned. The issues matter safety, the use of mercury, mining and environment are aligned, and we are looking at how then can we integrate matters GBV, SRHR, and climate justice. Personally, as an individual and as an organization, this project so far so good has enabled me to improve on my project management skills.
The digital space has amplified Rising to Greatness impact, creating a ripple effect across Kenya's mining sector.
According to our work, social media has fostered has played a bigger role when it comes to the issues of gender-based violence, because right now we have the people, the young people from the community that we work with who are now coming online to discuss about the issues of gender-based violence, the issues of sexual reproductive health, people who never wanted to be part of this conversation.
Collaboration has been key to the success of this movement. The Kakamega County Ministry of Health GBV Response Unit works closely with Rising to Greatness to tackle cases of abuse and discrimination.
We are collaborating with Rising to Greatness, and this came in handy because this is one of the population that we had not put more emphasis in terms of targeting them for gender GBV activities. So when Rising to Greatness partnered with us, we have been able to access the gold mine and be able to bring the leadership of the gold mine together so that they are able to know what are the risks they could get into when they are doing their normal mining activities. So we have sensitized the leadership of the gold mine in first line response to GBV, the one we are calling Life's Approach. We have also reached to them to sensitize them on prevention of sexually transmitted diseases, and we have also reached to them to address matters teenage pregnancy. For survivors, not necessarily of physical or sexual violence, we are talking about generally gender-based violence, among them physical, economical, because gold mine has issues of economical violence, that when I don't have money, I'm going to the gold mine to get that gold so that I can even take care of my family. So what are the strategies we are saying? In case one undergoes any form of violence, the first thing is to reach the healthcare provider, so that if it is sexual violence, we have preventive measures of preventing them from getting sexually transmitted infections. We have a measure where somebody is a woman of reproductive age, can easily be prevented from getting pregnant. If it is an assault, there's treatment of injuries and prevention of other infections like even tetanus. But then we are saying that the police also need to know. So there's also that referral pathway to the police, strengthen coordination, where we are saying in the TWGs, and I am also glad to say Rising to Greatness has been part of the organizations who have supported us in
support groups and economic empowerment initiatives like enabling women to own mining plots are transforming lives, providing not only justice but also independence.
Women are not allowed to move near the shaft simply because women, they practice illicit sexual. Number 2, kuna menstruation. Number 3, women are weak.
Hiyo kasarani inafanya tunazuia. Ukiwa hapo, hiyo shimo kama imeanguka, kama imeweza leta madhara yote, inafaa mwanamume mwenzako uende utoe mwenza umsaidie. Mwanamke hawezi.
Gender-based violence in Kakamega's mining sector is far from over, but the groundwork laid by Rising to Greatness and its partners marks a critical step forward.
So the mind was all about the information, because kama mimi natoka na dhahabu kwa shimo na mimi ndio naenda kupea mwanamke anioshe, mbona hiyo dhahabu ipotea hapo katikati na mwanaume ndio ameniosha na anakupea end results? Unaweza pata this site, it is fully accepted as a woman cooperative or a woman site, but utoka hapo uende to the other side, bro atakwambia una advocate nini kwa wanawake? At the end of the day mwanamke hizi ingie kwa shimo. Yes, kuna mambio huko ndani hatukatai, but at least you're trying to equip women slowly by slowly, because it's a learning process. Wao vijana wadogo ndio wanafanya the same things zenye we are trying to avoid and eliminate from the society. So hizi vitu zote zimekuwa zikifanyika, tunaanza na vijana, then unarudi kwa mama. Ukiongelesha wa mama about the GBV violence structures, wanaanza kuielewa na wanaanza kuitumia. But again, huwezi funza mwanamke uache mwanaume. So for me, once I have gone to the trainings za wanawake, mimi am a minor, sibaki juu, naenda ndani. So tunaanza kupiga story tukiwa ndani ya shimo kama hii. So once you keep on making stories, you will find that it's fun. Somebody is learning something.
Kupitia kwa barasa tunawahamasisha mwanamke ako na haki ya kuingia kwa shaft, mahali penye shaft inafanyiwa, na aruhusiwe bila kusema ati akienda menstruation dhahabu itapotea. Kwa hivyo wanawake saa hii kupitia kwa hii shirika la CBO Bushangala Women Group tumejaribu sana iwesabi wa mama yameanza kuingia, hata wamama wameanza kufanya kazi ya migodi.
Tuliona ni vizuri wa mama tukuje pamoja na vijana na wazee tufanyie kazi pamoja kwa ajili ya mambo ya dhuluma ambayo imekuwa ikiendelea kwa migodi, ya kwamba mama hawezi songea karibu na migodi, dhahabu itapotea. So unapata mama kama ameenda side, ameenda kununua mawe, anaambiwa simama mbali, wakati wanakuwa tunaisema kwa stairs, dhahabu itapotea. So unapata mama anasimamia mbali, hata kama anaweza pewa mawe yenye haina dhahabu hajui na amepeana pesa yake. Mama anaenda anaosha anakosa. Na maybe kuna wale vijana wameingia hapo, kuna wazee wameingia hapo, wanachimba yale mawe mzuri na wao mama wanauziwa mbaya. Kupitia kwa shirika ambayo tuko nayo Rising to Greatness Organization, imetufundisha mambo ya dhuluma ya kijinsia, jinsi wasichana wetu tunaweza walinda, jinsi vijana wetu tunaweza walinda, na pia kupunguza magonjwa ambayo inaenea, ambapo ilikuwa inaenea wakati wa migodi. Unapata mama ameenda na pesa yake, anataka kununua, lakini kuna kijana na yeye hataki kuchukua pesa, anataka mama. So mama anashindwa, anaokopa kurudi pale. Lakini wakati tuko pamoja, mama anaweza kuja anunue, mama anaweza kuja afanye kazi bila kuokopa.
Site zingine zinakawa mchanga usiku, na sisi kama wamama hatuwezi toka kwa nyumba huko masaa 8, masaa 9 tukuje tununue mchanga. Inabidi wamama wengine wa risk wakuja hata huo usiku, lakini Kuna wale wanatembea wanafika salama, wengine wanayapata njiani. Na tena hata iwezi sikika huko mbele kwa sababu ni aibu. Mtu atamuuliza ulitoka kwa nyumba saa nane, ulikuwa ukienda wapi? Na yeye kutoka kwa nyumba hakuwa na nia mbaya, alikuwa na nia ya kuenda kutafuta mawe. Lakini amekutana na wavulana huko kwa njia, wanaweza kumrep. Hata kama nimeona wakimrep, siwezi sema. Juu najua inaweza pamoa nyumba yake. Tena itamletea aibu.
Wanawake wanadhulumiwa sana. Unaweza pata maybe wanaume wametengeneza kwake ushirikina ile kumfanya kuwa ni kitoweo chao katika kampuni. Wanamdanganya wamtumie kingono ili wampee mawe. Lakini utapata labda kwa sababu hana sauti ya kwenda kuuliza walinifanya hivi sababu na hivi na hivi, pia anajihisi na ulemavu wake anakaa nao, na hiyo dhuluma yake pia anakaa nayo. Wakati tulikuwa bado hatujajua mwelekeo vizuri, watu walikuwa wananajisiwa na wanajificha eti ni aibu. Lakini saa hizi kwa sababu tunaelimisha, tunaambia unaweza kuwa na aibu na kumbe umebeba magonjwa ama watu waendelee kutumia. Kwa hivyo tunaziweka wazi kulingana na ile protocol tuliambiwa unapeleka mtu kwa polisi.
Wanasema hatutaki wamama kuja kuingia kwenye site yetu. Tunawauliza kwa nini amutaki, na sisi side yetu tunafanya kazi. Wanasema nyinyi saa zingine mmefanya ngono na wanaume wengine ama tumefanya ngono mko kwa periods. Sasa hiyo ndio wanakataa tusiingie, tutakata dhahabu sikwe sambo itapotea. Sometimes unaweza kuja kwenye kasi kama ukuje leo uchukue hiyo mawe uyanike na unakosa. Sasa hiyo pesa yenye umetunza kwenye akaunti yako yenye ulipata juzi, hiyo pesa ndio unakula.